Hi, everybody. June here from Red Daisy Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm happy to be here this evening. It's not my usual time, but I had to make a little bit of a change this week. And so I am coming to you on Saturday night instead of Sunday afternoon. So I'm just going to check my channel and make sure that we are in the right place and that everything is sounding okay. It looks like it is. So I'm going to set that aside and we will get started. So I'm so excited. I got my paper pumpkin this week. I already opened this up. I haven't done anything with it. But I did open it up, and so we'll get to that in a moment. But I also wanted to just give you a few reminders. There is an add-on kit right now for the November paper pumpkin, and that is Warm Wishes. And as you can see, they are very similar, these boxes, aren't they? So coordinating kit, and this kit, Warm Wishes, will be 8 boxes, 2 different styles for each of that. But for those people that are not a 3D paper pumpkin people, you are also have the opportunity right now to purchase an add-on for some card bases. And these card bases, they look very similar to ones that came in the October kit. And here's an image of the add-on card base, and then there's really pretty real red with some stripes envelopes that match it. But there are 20 cards and envelopes in this, and their size is 5x7, so a little larger than our normal card size. So don't forget, you have to be a subscriber in order to get these card bases. And the number for them is 163985, and they're $14 US and $20 Canadian. And so that's really awesome. I'm excited to see. I wish we had them both already to play with, because I just am already dreaming about all the options we're going to have when we play. And then I just want to do a reminder about my 12 weeks of Christmas. It's a project tutorial that comes to your inbox in your email each Thursday evening. We're in week 3. That's already gone out last 2 nights ago, but it's not too late. And so in the description below in my for this video, I have a link to my email sign up, and please go and sign up so you can get the remaining weeks. So I'm excited for that. And so with that, we're gonna go down to the table. I'm looking a little hairy today because I just have a lot to do in a short time. We had to make some plans to go out of town this weekend, tomorrow, and so had to kind of switch things around. So really happy to be here. I know it's not my usual time, so I may be just chatting with myself for the next time. But if you are out there and you catch it, please just jump on and say hello and let me know you're here. I'd love to have some crafting time with you tonight, since I won't get to do that on Sunday. I have some fun little nails. I got some Halloween nails. I got some little cobwebs put on my fingernails, so I've got a little spooky fun going on. And so we're going to open up the box and see what we got. Like I said, I've already kind of opened this and you know, taken a few things out, but I haven't done anything other than that. I did try one thing. I did try one thing that I wanted to test before we got on tonight, so that I could give some maybe some tips around that. So here is the gorgeous home for the holidays paper pumpkin kit, and these cards are absolutely stunning, y'all, and the layers that they have are just really beautiful. So to be honest, the card kit on its own is stands by itself. Alternates are not necessarily needed, but of course, we're still going to play around and come up with some ideas for that. But let's see what's inside here. So we have some glimmer paper that is like little um, embellishments for giving some sparkly finish. So I'm going to pull off a couple of these. While we do this, I'm going to try and get our cards aligned. You also have 4 of this layer for one of the cards. Okay, so we're going to get one of those out. We've got 8 envelopes. There is not anything fancy going on the inside, but the little seal is just precious. That little wreath on there, it's really, really cute. So might be some potential for some alternates. Okay. And then we have 4 card bases that look like this. So this is the one I think is similar to the one that is the 5x7. So if you can see here, there's the difference of the two. That this is the add-on kit in a 5x7, and this one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this card is our usual size. So we have 4 of these, so we need one of those out. And then here's the other card base that we have 4 of these as well, and already with some houses on here. So we're going to use one of these for tonight. Then I'm going to get 2 of the little sentiment labels out for us. There's actually 10 in this kit. Okay, so you need 8 for sure. And then we have this row of houses that is for the this landscape card. Okay, and I have one of those. I'll show that to you. So I've already got one out for that. And then we have a few glue dots. A few is the key word there. And here's another layer that we need for this card. Okay, a giant sheet of dimensionals, because as you can imagine, there's a lot of things to raise up on these cards. And then we have a full sheet of trees. Okay, and the trees are just so precious. So we're going to need a few of these. So we're going to need one of this one, and there's 4 of that. So we need one of these, and then we need one of each of these here. So we got those out for us. We got our card board that always comes inside. We had real red tissue on the inside of the box. That's fun. Then we have our ink spot of real red on there. And I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to use my normal size of the Stampin' ink. We also got a bottle of glitter glue. Okay, and this is the only thing I've actually used so far, because I wanted to give it a try and see how long it would take to dry, because there is the opportunity to add this to your cards, and I wanted to see what that would be like. And so I actually took one of the row of houses, and I don't know if you can see it, but there it is on the edge of the houses. And I did this an hour ago. After 16 minutes, it was still a little wet. So it takes probably about 20 minutes. And this is super, super light. Like, there is not a big glob of glitter glue on here. So I think the heavier you go with it, the more time it would take to dry. So just keep that in mind, because um I just think like you might want to do some of those things first. And so that is one of the things we'll talk about when we're making the cards. And then here are the beautiful stamps that came in this kit. If I could get the glare out of the way, because it's at night, I'm not used to my lighting in here. I usually have my blinds open, giving in a lot of natural light. And so I think I'm getting a lot more of a glare here from my light ring. And I can't seem to get this to focus. There we go. I think that's good. All right. So you can see we have Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a really cute house, some snow. These little bitty trees are just adorable, and some snowflakes. And then this sentiment over here says, celebrate the wonder and joy of the festive season. I love that sentiment, by the way. And I like the fonts and the size of them. They're just really, really nice. And so I'm going to just take this off of here, and I'm going to get a little piece of paper. Let me just grab that out of my drawer here, because I want to use it to stamp on. And I want to test them all out right from the start. So I'm just going to, I think that'll work. Yeah, fold this in half, and let's just try it out. So we're going to open up our stamping pad and get some glue, ink on here. Glue. Let's see if I can get these inked up without making too big of a mess. Here, and I think I can do it. All right, so let's see what we have on here and how they do. So now we're just going to press them down onto the paper, and let's just see what we get, how clear the images are. Oh, they look really nice, actually. So there you have all the images stamped out. I think these are lovely, and really, really loving the images in this stamp set. So I'm just going to close this up for now, and let me get my chamois out so I can clean this off, and just get this all cleaned up from today. And then we will get into creating some fun cards and see what we got going in the kit. All right, so I think that's all cleaned up. I think that chamois needs some assistance. So I'm going to look for another one in here. I think I have another one that's damp. Here we go. This one's better. Okay. Just making sure. All right. So I'm going to set that aside for now. And we have that extra piece of scrap paper. Put this back on for now. And let's see what we have going on. So in our instructions, we always have the instructions that basically outline all the steps for us to take. And as you can see here, oh, hold on one moment. Hey, can I call you right back? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right, sorry about that. Wasn't expecting that, but here is what we have in the instructions, and we are gonna go with the first one. We'll do them in order, and we will make our first card based on the kit practice. So the only thing I want to do different is do our glitter glue. beforehand, because what I have found is like you're reaching over, watching some of the other videos, you're reaching over, and I just think that that would be making a mess is what I'm going to say. And so I want to go ahead and do some of the glitter glue ahead of time because it really has it at the last step. And I would just as soon go ahead and do that now. And like I said, I'm doing it super light. And so that's this. We're going to use this card base. And so this one we have done already, but I'm going to go ahead and put the glue onto the second card real quick so that it can dry while we're putting the other one together. Okay. And so the glue that comes in the kit, it's already open. Like you don't have to cut the top off or anything. And then I'm just putting it along the edge of the tops of the houses. And I am being very gentle. Like I'm not squeezing very hard. I'm just kind of letting it skip. You know, it doesn't, I don't want it to be a full line. That's just my particular taste. You know, I don't want to make a mess, I guess is what I'm saying. And so there you have it. I don't know. Again, I think it's really hard to see. Let's see if I can turn it away that you're able to see it. There's, you can see it a little bit. All right, so we're going to set that one aside. Now we just have this other one to do. And we will basically try to keep track of the time so we can make sure we're going a little bit past the time before we're starting to play with all of this. Okay. And so like I said, I'm just putting it on the edge and I'm not overdoing it, you know, just a very little. On here, I might actually do it a little bit on the chimney where there's a little bit of a, might bring this one back and put it on that little chimney. And then we have the card base. So let me just do this real quick. And it'll just give you an idea of what that is going to be like when you get into yours if you haven't gotten your kit yet. So again, just being really very, very light with it. And doing this first, I think, is the best way to go. And so there again, you can see just very lightly, not a lot. And so I'm just setting these aside for now so that they can dry. And we'll do this first card because I did that ahead of time. So, and again, you can see the glitter a little bit, but it's a nice little texture that it gives to it. And so that's kind of fun. All right, gonna move that out of the way. We need these and we need the trees for this card. Okay. And so, if we go back over here, so the first thing we're going to do is stamp our sentiment. And we're going to use Happy Holidays. That's what it's showing. All right. And I am going to use, that doesn't even think it's going to work. It's too big for that. How lovely. Such a nice, large sentiment. I really like it. All right. So we're going to use that and we're going to stamp our little label here. And I'm getting messy over here, folks. All right, so that's going to go right in the center like that. And I just like to hold it down to get a good image. So there you see, isn't that beautiful? Oh, so pretty, so pretty. All right, so that is I think all the stamping that we are doing on this card. So I'm just going to set this aside and get the card base back out here. So I'm going to burnish the fold on the card base. It's a nice weight of cardstock with this kit. And so we are going to take our row of houses and we're going to put some dimensionals on here. Let me just get the dimensionals. And I need to start paying attention. I always end up using the ones that they give us, and I already have some open, and I need to be better about that. I end up with all these dimensional pieces open. All right, so we're just following the guide of where they said they put their dimensionals. And so now we're just taking off the covers of the dimensionals. So hi folks, thanks for joining this evening. Please leave me a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to chat with you if you want to stick around and do some stamping with us. All right, so this is going to go right down to the edge of the paper. And so I just want to make sure I get it even on here. And so there we have that. And look at that. Already, it's gorgeous, right? Already. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so now we're going to put on some of the trees, and let me get some dimensionals on here, and then we will put them on. I've heard some folks like, I don't want to cover up the houses, and I totally agree. I mean, they're gorgeous just how they are. So who knows what will happen in future cards, but right here, we're just following what they have, promoted in their instructions. So I'm coming in. The only thing I did different was add that glitter glue ahead of time. And so I am really, really happy to just not have to be messing with that towards the end. So I am going to put that right there. All right. And then they have this shimmer paper that's going to go up here, and they have it sort of tilted. Now, I like things tilted, so I'm good with that. And we are going to use, I'm just going to use my green glue for this, but that's what they gave us the glue dots for. And so I'm just using my green glue to put this on. Hi, good evening. Thanks for joining. And then we're going to add this sentiment label with 2 dimensionals, and that is going to be this card. How fantastic. These are beautiful, y'all. I mean, seriously, I just think they are so precious. And we make lovely, lovely Christmas cards. So you could go back in and add some glitter glue to the trees if you wanted, but I just think it is perfect just like this. And so we're going to go on to the next card. And I don't think we've gone quite as long, but let's give our little glitter some test here. So it's still a little bit damp. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our stamping first. Okay, and before we get into all of that, and this time we're going to use the Merry Christmas. And so let me get that off of here. And I'm just using my usual blocks. They're not the one that came with the kit. Let me get my real red ink out here. And I like them because they have the little ridge to hold on to them. I made one each of these as soon as I got my kit. Just love it. Awesome. I'm loving it too. I'm going to make some alternates, but I could totally see just making this kit as it is and being just as happy. But you know, I always like to play. I like to play. Um, there we go. Our Merry Christmas. I really love these sentiments. The font is gorgeous. All right. So here is our card base. So let's see if I can get that over here and not get into our little, I put a little glitter glue already on here. The one thing I'm doing a little bit different is just adding the glue beforehand. Now these, they're a little damp, but for the most part, it seems to be dry. So we're going to just be careful as we go. And so the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to layer this on to the card. And it doesn't necessarily show you where this bottom is going, but if I look at the photo right here, where I can see the house top, it looks like it's going all the way to the bottom of the card. So now I have decided not to put all of these on with dimensionals. That's just my personal decision. And so I am going to just put some glue down at the bottom like this. And then I am going to put one glue dot up here, one dimensional up here, just to give it a little bit of lift, okay? And that's all I'm gonna do with it, okay? I still got my dimension in there, as you can see, but it's flat down here. We'll put the next one on with dimensionals, but I just don't think it's necessary. Now, I may put a little bit of glue in here just to have that hold down that side, but I'm not going to put any more dimensionals in there, okay? Now, this piece then also comes down to the bottom. And I could do the same thing. I could glue it down, but this one I'm going to put dimensionals on with, okay? And so I'm gonna just put them on my card. I'm still gonna be careful about turning my piece over because I still think that some of that glitter glue might be a little bit wet. So I'm going to put a dimensional there. And I'm going to put one right here. And then I think that is going to do me. They have you putting on quite a few of dimensionals, and I just don't know that you need that many. So I usually follow what they have given us from the start, but I really don't, I just don't want to overuse, and it just makes your card weigh more and have trouble with the post office. So let's see. Oh, the add-on will be great, won't it? I agree, 100%. The add-on is going to be lovely for everybody. You know what? I'm going to put one right under here. And then literally I've kept this at one layer of glue dots throughout the whole thing. And so now we aren't as, you know, popped up and requiring a lot of extra postage at the store, and you still have that dimension, you know, that you want to get in the card, right? So you can still see there's, you know, multiple layers going on here. So I just think that that's a great way to, you know, compromise, I guess, because well, to be honest, I'm not usually one that worries about cost of postage, but it is getting quite pricey, folks. All right, so now I'm going to put my little shimmer paper on again with the glue, the multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm just putting it right down here at the bottom where it's said to go, and I am putting it a little bit cockeyed, you know, just a little bit off. It's not straight. And then we'll put a couple dimensionals on here, and then that will be this card. So these go really fast, to be honest. Really, really fast. It's the glitter glue that you will have to take time to dry with it. And so there's our card. You can see a little bit of the glitter glue on there, just on the edge of the houses. And what a beautiful card. Okay, so what did I have in mind for tonight? Well, I'll be honest. It's really hard. I'm not in the best way to be thinking about exactly what I want to do. So we're going to kind of make something together. All right. Because I have some ideas popping around in my head, but I want to play around, I think, with some of the pieces and the stamps that they gave us. And so I thought we'd make a little kind of a quick card, and we're going to use the Real Red as the card base, and then, sorry, I said we're going to make a quick card. We're going to make a tag is really what I meant to say. We're going to make a tag. I think it'll be a lot of fun to do some tags with the stamp set. And so I am going to go ahead and cut this at 5.5. And then I'm going to cut off a strip at 2 inches wide. And let me move that out of the way. All right, so just 2 inches. I think I'm a little bit over, but I need it to be just right so it'll fit in the punch. I want to use the snowflake punch, so I'm going to do a couple of these while we're here. Okay, and look at that going. Let's just do one more. And well, let's just go ahead and do this one too while we're here and have this whole sheet done. And then that's 4. I can make 4 tags. Okay, now I'm gonna set that aside. So I don't know if you've seen it, but the snowflake tag punch is just lovely. It's not a tag punch, it's a topper. It's a snowflake topper. And you know, basically, I think, you know, you think, oh, red snowflakes, huh? Oh, that's tough. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. So pretty. And so let's just punch a couple of these, and I may have to pick it up. It's pretty hard on this table. It really bounces things around. So let's just do a few of these, and we'll get these all punched. I'm having ideas already popping into my head while I'm doing this. Already while we're sitting here doing this, I've got ideas rolling around in my head. And so I love getting on here, and we don't do it very often, where I'm just kind of going, let's just create. So now I think I would like to use some of this white cardstock and cut a little, let's say maybe 3 inches. Well, no, let's just do this. Let's just do a couple of these at 2 inches. Where's my line? There we go. And we'll just do 2 of these so we're not here all night. But I already am thinking we can make the snowflake white by just making another one, right? And then it won't be weird because we won't have a red snowflake. And that would be lovely, I think. So yeah, So here we go. All right, so we're getting all these little pesky things out of the way. And then, so I'm going to close this up, put it aside. And so we can literally just figure out how much we want of this. And we'll just trim that right off of there. That's what I think we'll do. And so let me just grab our trimmer one more time. So let's say we make this at 2 inches right there at the top of our snowflake. And let's just do that. Let's just try it out. You never know. And actually, I think this is going to work out just lovely because we're going to put that right on there. And then we will use this other piece to put on the back for them to write to and from. It's going to be lovely, folks. Lovely. All right. So we have that. And then I have some old olive out here. So I thought we would get a little piece of old olive for our tag. And so we're going to do this at 1 7/8. Okay. And then we're going to cut this down to 3 inches like that. All right. And let's see what we have then. All right, so we're going to have our little piece here. That's going to give us a white snowflake at the top. And then we have a smaller piece here that we can put in right here. Maybe I should have made that longer. This is just fine. We're just playing, right? We can always make a change. Always make a change. Hello. Thanks for joining. I'm so glad to see you guys here. Okay. So now we have this right here. Okay. And I thought, for grins, I thought this little house right here is all on the edge. Okay. And so I am literally I know y'all are going to freak out because I'm going to fussy cut that house out. We can stamp a house also and do this very easily. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. All right. I'm just making it up as I go. Like I said. And so let's use the house. Let's have some little dots. We'll get a tree. So fun. So fun. Okay. So let's put our little tree on there and we have our dots for some snow. And here's our house. Let's see. I still have some white piece over here that we can work with. Okay. So we're going to use the StazOn for this because I think I'm going to use the markers to color our house in. Now, oops, wrong way. Forgot to check for that. Okay, so I want to use markers to color the house in. Okay, and so when we're going to use markers, we need to use StazOn for the ink. Okay, like we use the Memento for the blending pens, but here we're going to use markers, so we're going to use StazOn. Okay, and so that's where we'll just do this right now. We'll keep it real simple. And let me get my markers. I have out here the neutrals and the regals. These are the new markers. And so I was thinking we can make our house a crumb cake. And we'll use some of our Mossy Meadow for the greens around the house. And then I'm going to get out some of the I think this is cherry cobbler. I think that's in the wrong place, but and we'll get the real red out, and we'll get old olive. That's what we need. And then I'm gonna get the crushed curry out just in case. Just in case. Okay, so here we have our little house. As you can see, it's very detailed, which is why one of the reasons why I was thinking the markers would do good. And so I'm gonna start with the old olive, and I'm just going to come in here. I have to put my glasses on, y'all, for this because I cannot see as good as I used to. And I'm just going to kind of like speckle along here because I'm going to also come in with the mossy meadow and fill in as well. And so I just don't want to have that be all one color. Now my wreaths, I am making one color here. Okay. And those are all going to be old olive. And it's just really like coloring in a coloring book, right? Just little tiny pieces that we're going to color with. All right, so let's just come back in here and let me get the spots that were not already done, and just kind of fill that in because I think it's okay if a little white shows because, you know, it's snowing, right? And so, you know, you have a little bit of snow on our rooftop. So I think that looks pretty good. So what do you think about that so far? Yeah, I like it. I think I like it. All right, so now let's put cherry cobbler on our little chimney tops. Okay. And this is very dark cherry cobbler. I guess when it dries, it's a little lighter. Now I'm going to do the inset panels of the door in cherry cobbler. And I think we'll do the rest of the door in real red. That's what I'm thinking so far. And we'll do the shutters in this cherry cobbler as well. Okay, and so just coloring these in, I'm gonna try and keep it a little simple because we're here on, you know, the dime of time, and so I don't want to be here all night, but I have some red bows here on all the wreaths, and that will be fun. And oh, we're going to go around the door now with the real red. There we go. So cute, y'all. Guess it's going to kind of hide our bow up there, but I think it's okay. All right, then we're going to use crumb cake. And I'm going to try and use this brush in, but we're going to color in the rest of the house. Everything seems so dark on here. You know, I don't think of crumb cake being this dark. So I wonder if when they dry, they lighten up a bit. But I still think it's okay. I'm trying to follow a little bit of what the colors were and the, you know, the pieces that they gave us, right? And so just trying to stick with that. And I don't color with these markers very often, so y'all are seeing it live right here. So I hope you are getting some tips out of that. You know, I'm just trying to not get too saturated with it on here, and I think we're doing okay. It does seem like it does lighten up a bit when it dries now that I'm seeing it dry up a little bit, especially the crumb cake. Seems lighter over here than it does over here where I'm putting it down now. But at first it's like, whoa, these are dark. I will try this with the blending pens on another live, and then we will also probably try it with the watercolor pencils. And so we'll give a few things a shot to see what that's like. But essentially, I think there's our little house. I hope you like that. And now we're going to do the tree. And I think for now, I'm going to use the brush of the Old Olive. I'd like to try and do a tree another time, some of these trees another time, and the way that they look in the die cuts that they gave us. So with some yellow and the balmy blue in them and everything like that. But for tonight, I'm just going to try and keep it pretty simple here. Now, then I'm going to come in and do some of the mossy meadow to highlight or shadow, I guess, because it's not going to be a highlight. Shadows some of the detail in the tree so that you can see the dimension of it there. And so then guess what? We're going to fussy cut. Now we're fussy cutting. All right, so I'm just going to cut out this little tree here from this big piece, and then we'll have the house also, and we'll get rid of that. So I'm just leaving a little tiny edge around the house, not making it too hard. I think sometimes we stress over some things that are just only people that notice it is us, right? It's just part of being an artist and wanting things to look the absolute best. And so I think this will be just fine here. I don't know if I have my Winkastella nearby, but it would be great if I did, because that's what I would put on the roof is Winkastella. All right, and so now I'm just gonna do like a little rough edge around here, trying to just maintain the shape of the tree. And lost my ground here. All right, and then going down this side, again, just staying a little bit rough on these little edges because it's a tree and all the little branches are sticking out and poking out, and well, that would be crazy to try and cut around all the little details. So there we have our little tree. And so now we have our, where did my piece go? I got it all hidden up over here. Okay, so we have this here. All right, and let's see, we have this really cute sentiment, I think. Let's see if it'll fit on here. I think it's going to fit perfectly. So let me get my little piece of paper out here because it's also going to go over the edge. So let's get this out here and let's use it because it's so cute. I love it. Celebrate the wonder and joy of the festive season. So sorry for the shaking on that. Just want to get a good job on this. All right, so here we go. I think this is going to be really, yeah, it is literally fitting edge to edge there. Right on it. Okay, so this is going to go on the back of our little tag here. So we're going to put this down. This is going to go on the back. And then here we're going to have we're just going to put our little house on here and a tree either behind it or however. That is what we're going to see what we got. And let me put it on this one. A little bit of glue on here. All these little edges to glue this together. All right, so we're just lining that up. Perfect. Try not to make too much of a glue mess. There we go. And there you have it. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. All right, so now this is going to go here. We're just going to put it in the center. Since it's a little bit off size, I'm not even going to, no one's going to notice that except me. So I'm choosing to let it be. Okay. And so now we have that happening. And I'm going to put our tree here and I don't know, let's see. I was thinking our tree could be sort of in the distance, or it could be up here like that. I like that, I think. All right, so I'm going to glue our little house down. And I'm going to go ahead and glue our little house down. Oh, not where I wanted it. I will get that off. Okay. I have my handy little glue remover here. So let me just get that off of there. There we go. All right, so before we put our tree down, there is this little snowflake stamp in here. And so I want to use some Old Olive. So tone on tone. I want to use some Old Olive. Let's put our red away. We don't need it anymore. And we're going to do a few snowflakes on here. Like this. And then we're going to put snowflakes on our green piece here. Could have done this beforehand, but I think it's just fine to do it now. And that's just going to fill in that open space on here. And now we have our little tree to put on. I'm going to use a dimensional. But I don't know that I guess a full one will fit on there. It sure will. Okay. I wasn't sure. Thought I might need to cut it down. All right. So we're just going to put our little tree right here. And there is our tag. Now I know I have some ribbon here. Where is it? Where is it? Da, 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 da. This is, it's actually sweet sorbet, but it works really good with real red, to be honest. And I love the width of it, okay, because it's not too big and chunky. And this is a new ribbon. I can't remember if it's an exclusive or if it is one of the ones in the mini that's out, okay. But we're going to stick this through here. So I think it'll fit perfectly. Okay. And oh, I don't know. It covers up our snowflake. I suppose I could do it like that. I suppose that would work. All right. And then where is my little twine? Just had it. Where did it go? Where's my twine, folks? Oh, wait, maybe we'll use this. We'll use this. This is pretty. All right, so let me just get a piece of this. So I have this little white ribbon right here. And all I want to do is tie this around here and put a knot so that it holds those other two together. I think this will work just fine on here. Just like that. And we'll just do one more knot. Okay. Like that. Perfect. So that's really cute, right? Adds a little flair to it, right? And then we have our little piece that we can put on the back now to just make a place for people to, you know, make a to from little message if they want. And so we'll just put that right here in the center, just about. Oh, you like it? I'm so glad. You know, it's just fun to play, see what you can come up with. But there's a really cute tag. Now we could also add, where are they? I had them earlier today. So fun. The little glitter. Where? Oh, here they are. Here they are. So the glitter, adhesive back glitter sequin. Okay. And look, there's even a color to go there. All right, so let's just see. I was thinking we just put the white on for now up here with our snowflake, and then that we could add another one right down here just for fun. And then if I get my my Wink of Stella, which it's not handy, I'll just cover my roof, and that will be just so fun. So there we have it. That is our first alternate. You could make this with, if you decided to take your card bases apart, you could make this with the back side of the card base. Just use a white piece of card base, and then you could use blending brushes. You could use all kinds of things, but this is just really fun. I really love the stamps, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. And so I just really appreciate you guys watching tonight. Thanks so much, and I hope I'll see you again next Sunday for some more alternates. I'm going to be dreaming up all kinds of things to make with this for the holidays. And then, of course, we made our two beautiful cards today. I'm a little messy tonight, y'all. We made our two beautiful cards. Where's the other one? It's hiding over here. Here it is. And we made the two beautiful cards in the kit, and this fun little tag for the holidays. So I'm a little bit of a I don't know, a geek when it comes to tags. I love to make tags, so this was a lot of fun, and I've been dying to use the snowflake tag, well, the tag topper, I should say. And so I am so glad you caught me too. I just appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and week ahead, and I will be seeing you next Sunday. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.